to today, the 28th of February. So February is always the month to take stock in the financial world. And so let us take stock of this last month and the deep insights that we have gathered from the jewels shared from Dadi Janki's life. And so today, let's look at this journey. So we began the journey with 3 sessions in the first week of the month, looking at honesty and truth. And we shared how, honesty is not just about, being honest and being aware of the inadequacies, but honesty is also to pay attention and grow that light within, that inner power that we have within. And often we feel honesty is to be honest about the darkness, but what about being honest about the light that I am? And so we began with the awareness that today I will experience that I am a clear diamond who reveals its true facets. And that was a beautiful slogan to hold for that first day exploring this topic. And I remember beautiful experiences of that in the day. And the aim of the session was to hold powerful awarenesses, which would then affect our attitude, our vision, our words, and our action. And then that then creates our stage and the world. And so we paid attention to holding one thought for the day based on these 4 topics. And we moved from the self to a relationship with the Supreme, to a relationship with life, and in general relationships as well. And then we had conversations. And so in that first week, the attention to being honest to that bright light that I am, connected to a circle of beautiful lights, just uplifting the world. And so I would like to now ask you to just reflect on that. If today I have to take stock of how I've used the energy of honesty and truth, have I found that over the last 28 days, I've been true to that beautiful, powerful light that I am? And I've paid attention to draw that light out of all those around me so that collectively we can uplift the world. And if not, in this moment now, in being honest and true to the self, can I choose a new attitude that I'm going to move forward into March with regard to honesty and truth? So with regard to honesty and truth, what deeper attitudes can I develop to be true to this light that I am and true to the world of lights, human beings, so that collectively we can create a world of light? And so just choose one attitude you want to pay attention to from this moment onward, to come closer to that honesty and truth in the self. And then if you imagine yourself stepping forward in this journey of life with that honesty and truth, I need the power of love and courage. And then for the next 5 days, we looked at love and courage. And we began the journey listening to that inner child, that one that we ignore and just continue forging ahead in life. And we had a beautiful reflection, just acknowledging, seeing, listening to that inner child, that voice within that we seldom listen to. And as a friend, we then listened with the aim to nurture and to show that compassion and love to that inner being. And we began that journey that week to have courage to love the self and love all, just because I am love. And a lot had shared about that critical voice that we have. And so even today, how much have we improved in that on our journey of life? Has the criticism become a little less? Have I begun to really embrace the self and have the courage to love the self? And so just reflect on that now. How much have I developed that self-love? And then we explored the love of that divine, and then we looked at the various types of love in relationships, and how if I create dependency in anyone or for anything, then that love is a deceptive love. And real love is selfless. Real love is clean, honest, and open. And so we explored, how can I step into that real love for the self, to experience that divine love of the Supreme, but also to have selfless, unconditional love just because I am love. And how have I matured in that, in my experience of true love? Am I sharing true love from my clean and honest heart with everyone, needing nothing from no one? Because I am pure love. And so to reflect on that for the self now, have I really developed that selfless love because I am love? That is my power. So I am honesty, I am truth, I am love, I am courage. And we had beautiful conversations on that. And one thing that stood out for me is that consciousness changes behavior. And so to what extent can I stay in the consciousness that I am true love? And then that changes the neediness, the dependency, and I am whole, and I can then fill that gap with love and faith and trust. And then the next step on the journey was that faith and trust. And we began speaking about faith and trust in the self. And so can I really look at my faith, my trust in myself? Is it growing every day? One pervasive sickness that the world has is low self-esteem. And can I really heal from that? Can I become whole in the absolute faith in who I am? And can I have trust in the self? And Daddy shared that the voice of faith is so necessary. And the first step is that trust and faith and awareness of the self as this beautiful, unique being. And the second step is to maintain your faith in all that you do, in the self, but also in a divine. And like we were sharing, we're fortunate we live in an environment where that divine plays such a vital role, and everyone is so accepting of that divine. And I love the words that Daddy used. And she said, if the pulse of your desire is intense, God can come to you right here and now. And so beautiful. Is my heart sincere with that honesty, truth, love, courage? Naturally, that faith then is a result if my heart is sincere. And so if the pulse of your desire is intense, sincere, God can come to you right here and right now. And we've seen that in the beautiful stories of all the participants that joined during the week. And so this faith and trust in God, this deep desire in itself, is the way to God. This is the path we all share. And so no matter who, the one thing within us all is the deep inner yearning to experience God. And so I hope, on this journey, you feel you're not alone. that you have deeper faith and trust now. As a result of that honesty, love, and courage, the faith and trust has been growing. And there is a deep trust in the self, and that faith in God helps you trust that you're not alone and you have this amazing companion on your journey. And that companion is ever present, ever available, or one thought away. And if you sincerely invite that energy is present. And we also shared a lot about that acceptance and letting go and letting God. And on that journey, then watching the wonders of life. And so we also then reflected on the drama of life and to have faith and trust in the drama of life, and that everything is accurate in the drama of life. As I pay attention to my inner world and the awareness I hold, it is creating powerful ripples, nurturing energy that then ripple back to me according to the laws of energy. And so practicing detaching from my role and experiencing the truth behind the role, I will then find myself loving every instant of my role and the drama too. And then all questions come to an end. And so can I understand that the world is but a drama stage, and don't get caught up in the many scenes, but stay separate from the role and play my part as a hero actor. And so as I develop that faith and trust that I am separate from the role, I can't be harmed, I am safe, I am secure, and then I can offer the best of myself in that role. And then we moved on to patience, hope, and stability in the last week. And having that faith and trust, sometimes on the journey, as the climb becomes steep, we can lose our patience, we can lose hope, our foot can slip, and we can slip into wrong thinking, words, or behavior. And the importance at the very end of the journey to maintain patience, to maintain hope, and be stable. And so patience, if you don't have this virtue, everything can be lost. And so with patience, there is peace. And so the beautiful words of some of our heroes of this drama, and once you choose hope, anything is possible. And hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. And don't lose hope. When the sun goes down, the stars come out. And so that importance of just being patient with the self, patient in my relationship with God, opening up the self to the ultimate energies that the source wants to share with me. But because I lack patience, I block that energy. And maintaining that hope in the self, hope and patience in relationships and in the drama of life, and then I can be stable. And so just to continue to do what I have to do with patience, like nature continues to do what it has to do. The sun continues to shine, the plants continue to grow no matter how toxic the fumes around them, and no matter what humanity does to destroy nature, it knows who it is and why it's here. And it just basks in the sun and continues to give. And so that patience and stability in the self, in accessing everything from that source, and patience, hope, and stability in relationships. And I loved how the Sister Dipti also shared, to be like a magnet and with patience to draw the goodness and the light out of others. And it's not about the journey of what others are doing, but it's all about me. It all comes back to me. And so hold that self-worth and continue to be and do that which I am. And then to continue to see the best, and with that love and mercy and forgiveness, draw the best out of everyone and continue to live your purpose and to trust that you have God's help. And so those were some of the aspects that we covered, a lot that we had covered in these 4 topics. And it would be wonderful to hear from you what stood out. And Sister Dipti, if you want to add anything at this point, I've just shared our journey from honesty to honesty and truth, to love and courage, faith and trust, and then patience, hope, and stability in the self, with God, with others, in relationships, with life, and a few thoughts from our conversations. So, yeah. Sister Dipti, yes?
Thank you, Raksha. And I was just thinking, as we were reflecting on these, how they've helped me with our overall topic of stepping into our inner power. And just the feeling of how when there's power, there's the ability to transform. It's like if there's no power in your socket, this computer maybe wouldn't have been on because the battery wouldn't have been charged. So just the importance of power as our journey goes in, and that inner power, and how each of these aspects that we covered ultimately deepens that journey of that inner power. And I was thinking, what are the signs that that inner power is actually growing? And how do I know that I'm becoming stronger inside? And sometimes one of the practical things for myself is something that I was thinking about yesterday when we had our morning class, where part of our teaching was like, how sharp is your brake? How quickly can you put a full stop to things that happen? So, sometimes just a few extra thoughts can cause so much damage for the self. And, the example that was shared in our class yesterday morning is that even if you're 5 seconds later, maybe it can cause an accident. And so the more power there is, the more I'm able to finish things for what they are. Because sometimes along our journey, we think about it a lot, and that depletes the power. It's like I can either be recharging or discharging. And soon as I think about something too much, I start discharging. And another aspect that when there's power, I'm able to put a full stop. That means I bring back things into its essence in that way. I was thinking another area through which I know that my power is growing is that I don't become too reactive. Last night, after I was contemplating on all those things, as I was writing my journal last night, I said to God, oh, there was a scene and I was reactive. I finished it quickly with God. It was important for me. But I realized that sometimes things are just beneath the surface. And you just need a certain scene in the drama to make you reactive. And maybe it's not physically reactive, but your mind begins to think too much. So really, when there's that inner power that grows within the self, one is able to have more mastery at a very, very beautiful level. And that's when I use the honesty. The honesty of saying to myself, well, Dipti, this is not serving you right now. It's discharging your battery. So choose what you want. And it was just like talking to that self with that honest feeling that many things happened. Yeah. I'm going to ask you to continue for a moment. I just have an urgent call coming in. I'm really sorry about this, Raksha. You can just, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, it would be lovely if anyone would like to unmute and share. It was a really beautiful Sister Dipti sharing her personal experience, yesterday with these powers, and how honesty and that truth then helps her continue to stay connected to that power and to continue to keep the battery charged, and how as we pay attention slowly, you'll be able to catch yourself quicker at every step. So Debbie is also sharing. So she's shared that, thank you for your sharing. Every aspect has been so enlightening. I've realized how important it is to continue, be consistent, and remember how important it is to be mindful of the company we keep. So wonderful. So consistency connected very much with that patience. So excellent to look at that consistency and just to continue and be aware of the company we keep. And Maseke, thank you so much. I am better than I was in January. I wish I could go over these lessons over again. And you can, it is on YouTube, on our South African YouTube site. So continue to do the great work. I'm looking forward to a life of inner peace, happiness, love, purity, and power. I am light. I am a soul. I am peace. I am a being of peace. I choose to join the other lights to brighten the world. Thank you very much. So thank you, Maseke. Beautiful. You can see how it's really like sparking things within you, just thinking about these powers that I am. And it's so amazing to realize that I am this. And why do I get shaken and affected by things outside of me? Like we were saying, nature has absolute focus and that attention to the self and what it has to do. And so it's really powerful if we stay focused on the self and what I have to do. And it's not a selfish exercise, because everyone benefits when I take care to keep that light burning within. And so can I be the protector of the flame, isn't it? So a nice image, protecting your flame today. So to hold that awareness that you have to keep this light burning. I know, in Hindu tradition, when somebody has passed on, the aim is they light a little lamp and they have to keep that burning, till the rituals are complete. And I think it's the vigil of many cultures, to just support the light. But why do we have to wait for us ourselves to leave the body to take care of that light? Can I be the protector of the flame in every moment on this journey of life, with that honesty and truth and love and courage and faith and trust and patience, hope and stability? So welcome
Beautiful.
back, Dipti.
Thank you. My sincere apology. I'm at the center alone today with a visitor coming in, so I'm so sorry about that. I think this is so wonderful that we've journeyed with this, and it's such an act of love, isn't it? The month of February is that journey of love itself. So that's quite beautiful. I don't know if there's anything else that anyone else like to share. What was the one thing you took away with you? I loved what Debbie said. Yeah. Anyone else? Trevor, I know that you've been connecting a lot. Abbott, you've been responding quite well through the program. There's a few of you, Maseke. So please feel free. Anyone like to share?
Okay, thank you. Wow, it's almost like being called by God. It's amazing. I really appreciate it. Yeah, well, I just share one thing. a lot of things has happened, you know, to my inner soul, being calm, being relaxed. But I have a daughter, an older daughter. She's quite grown up with her own kid. So she was having some personal challenges. So over time, I've realized, you know, she calls me. So I can see I'm sharing some of that insight and power and confidence and patience and trust, you know, which I'm getting from Rise and Shine with her. That's very clear. So what I'm trying to say is true. You do benefit other people. So I'm really happy. Thank you.
Glad you're benefiting, Trevor. Yes, it's wonderful. Yes, Roshni is driving, but she's enjoying these sessions and benefiting. Anyone else? Cynthia, thank you for the powerful lessons. I've learned that the journey is to self-realization. Yeah. Great. Kia, if you want to read that, Raksha, please.
Yes. So Cynthia ended, I've learned that the journey to self-realization is a long one. It is important that I learn to pace myself. And Kia, yes, wonderful. And Kia shared that the journey has been great, and I am forever thankful for being part of the BK family. I have grown stronger in my thoughts. I have gained so much courage. I am a work in progress. I am happy and I am peaceful.
Beautiful. And Kia, I've seen your courage over the last 2 years as you've stayed committed to your journey. That's been really lovely. Beautiful. Any last thoughts before we have a meditation? We have a wonderful team that's going to be coming in from tomorrow. So that would also be beautiful. Yes, Neer is just asking. So we have a different team coming in from tomorrow, and we will talk about that program straight after the meditation. Yes, thank you, Neer. Okay, wonderful. Sister Raksha, please take us through night meditation.
Okay, great. So we invite you now just to sit comfortably and let me take stock of this rich month. Looking at the beautiful light on the screen before me, I switch on this flame that I am in the center of my forehead. So ablaze with all powers. I am everything I need. And I shine bright, powerfully, with absolute truth, love, the courage to continue, and that faith creates such a trust that I am okay. I am supported by that divine light, and all is well. I just have to patiently burn bright, irrespective. Many challenges may come to try and put out this light, but I will persevere. I trust that victory is mine. and I keep this flame of hope burning, I stay stable. And no matter what comes, it is only a messenger showing me the gaps. And mindfully, I fill those gaps with more and more light. This is my duty. And so tirelessly, ceaselessly, powerfully, I stay present. And I stay in the unlimited love and light that I am. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Raksha. Thank you for joining us today on this Monday morning on Good Morning, Rise and Shine. And in this month of that's about to start in March. Can you believe it? Tomorrow it's already March. And so there's wonderful programs, but tonight we still have our meditation course, but tomorrow we have a beautiful meditation in the evening. It's called the Link of Love. So that is at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, 7 to 7:30. So feel free to meditate with us as we give power to our world. And then tomorrow morning, we have a new series that starts like we had Stepping into Inner Power in February. For March, we have the whole theme, Immune System for the Soul, and 3 very lovely experienced souls that would be running that, Sister Nita, Ashina, and Aruna, very experienced yogis as well that will be sharing. So lovely being with you this morning, and have a powerful day. Continue to shine. Om Shanti. Don't forget to tap. It's a healthy Monday. Thank you, Danielle.